Alright, here we go with crim 20, your syllabus. So you'll see I'm on my dashboard here, and I'm going to go down to crim 20 and click on that. And the way I have my homepage set up for each class is it goes straight to my syllabus. I like the download view better because it goes to a Word document. So I'm going to click there, and here is my little Word document, Criminology 20 Intro to Corrections, Spring 21 Asynchronous Web Only, Syllabus 3 units, blah, blah, blah. So here we go. First and foremost, a lot of you are like, what the heck does this whole asynchronous thing mean? Asynchronous means that we are not going to meet via Zoom at the same time. Like some classes are meeting, every Monday and Wednesday at 11 o'clock on Zoom, all together to have lecture and stuff like that. So we are not going to do that with this class. Basically, what I do is record lectures, and I post those links to those videos that will take you to their YouTube videos. So that you can watch those videos at your convenience. And I kind of want to explain why I chose to do that. It's not because I wanted to go to the beach and do whatever I want and hang out because I'm lazy. That's really not why. I would so much rather honestly be sitting or standing, I should say, in a classroom with all of you right now and interacting and doing all that stuff that makes learning so much more, I don't know, interactive, I guess is one word, but I learn so much more from you, and I think we all learn so much more from each other when we're in a classroom together, but that's clearly not an option right now. So I was trying to think of how I could actually reach the biggest number of students. So during this whole COVID disaster, a lot of you are probably going through a lot of really rough times. A lot of you have older, younger siblings, and there are limited number of computers in your house. So, I mean, I know I've had students before that had 5 or 6 siblings, and you can't all be on the computer at the same time. You can't all be on Wi-Fi at the same time unless your Wi-Fi is really good. I've learned that at my own house because with my daughter, my son, my husband, and I all on the computer on Wi-Fi at the same time, sometimes can get kind of challenging. I know that there are challenges to try and get everybody on Zoom at the same time. A lot of you are parents and you're trying to homeschool your children, and trying to homeschool and be a student yourself at the same time is also ridiculously challenging. Some of you are trying to work and make ends meet because maybe you lost your job because of COVID. Maybe you've been sick and you can't sit at a computer. Maybe your parents are sick. Maybe your kids, I don't know, but there's so much going on that makes the whole synchronous thing so much more of a challenge. So that is why I chose the asynchronous route, meaning recording my lectures and letting you you watch the lectures at your convenience. I really wish that we could all be together. That would be my ideal answer to the question. But right now, that's just still not an option. So, anyways, I wanted to explain that so you know why I did this. It was not because I was lazy and I didn't want to, like mess with Zoom. Sometimes Zoom is a disaster too, by the way. I'm sure you've all been through a Zoom disaster or two. But anyways, so that's how the class is going to is set up. I record the lectures. I'm going to post them under modules here on Canvas, and you're going to be able to watch them through YouTube links which I think is easier too, because I think YouTube is pretty friendly with a phone. So if you're at work and you're on your break and I know you want to watch my videos while you're at work on your break, but I think YouTube is pretty friendly with other with phones too, with any kind of phone. So that's why I decided to upload my videos to YouTube, because I think that YouTube is a pretty easy platform. So anyways, that's the way it's gonna go. So hopefully, and it's worked pretty well. I did that last semester as well. After doing it a different way before that, and it was a lot more complicated, I think that using this whole screencast-o-matic thing, which you can actually see my screen, and then I upload it to YouTube, and it seems to make it a little bit easier. So yeah, I've upped my technology game too. What do you know, huh? Anyways, the old lady has figured some stuff out too. So yeah, I'm Kathleen Fernandez. I'm a criminology instructor. My office is SO113. I haven't been there in like a year, so please don't go to my office because I'm probably not going to be there. Office hours are virtual. I am super flexible. Yeah, I picked a time because they make me pick an hour a day, every day. But honestly, it doesn't really matter to me. I'm not doing anything, so if you just email me or message me on Canvas, I can set up a Zoom meeting with you. We can talk on the phone. I'll just email you, whatever. Honestly, whatever. I'm super flexible, and I'm here. If you have questions, if you have concerns, if you're like, what the heck am I supposed to be doing? Please let me know, because I'm here to help you. That's my job. So don't be like afraid, like, oh, I'm bothering her. Please, I'm sitting here doing nothing. So reach out. I am more than happy to help you. Even if it's another school related question, or if it's a non-school related question, you're having a hard time with other stuff. We have other services here at City College, and I can connect you with those. So just let me know. Okay, and then there's my email and my phone number. That phone is also in my office, but if you leave me a voicemail there, it goes to my email, so I can still get it. Okay, so we're going to scroll down a little bit. Ooh, that's too far. Course description, that's taken directly from the catalog. It would be great if you were actually in English 1A or had already taken it when you have my class, because writing is actually really important for anybody in the criminal justice system. I know a lot of people are like, what? That's the whole reason I took criminology, so I wouldn't have to write. Well, guess what? You do have to write. But anyways, the textbook, this is the textbook. It's required. Am I going to like force you to show me that you have it? No. Would I like you to have it? Yes. If you go onto the Fresno City College website, there is a link to the bookstore. That's how you can purchase the book through the bookstore. You can also go onto Amazon and probably rent it, and it would probably be a lot cheaper. I'm just saying. But you could probably find a used version too, because I've been using that book for a while. At the end of the class, this is the stuff that I should have taught you. Okay, I'm not going to read it all to you because I know you can read that. If you have a disability, you need to contact the DSPNS office, please, at this number, and they will contact me, and we will work together to offer you whatever services you need to help you get through this course. Technical requirements. Please don't try and do this whole course by way of a phone, a cell phone. We have computers, laptops, iPads, all that kind of stuff that we will lend you through City College. Hopefully you watched that little video that I did that said FCC resources. We have this stuff and we want to give it, well, not give it to you, but lend it to you so that you can get through the class. It will be so much easier for you to get through the class with a computer as opposed to trying to do this on your cell phone. Trust me. So, course meetings. Whoa. There we go. Sorry about that. Course meetings. We're going to basically, quote unquote, have contact every week by way of discussion questions. And I'll get further. Oh, look. I have the same thing in here twice. The disabilities thing, we already did that. Attendance, this is copied exactly from the catalog. But this attendance portion is mine. You are expected to participate in weekly discussion questions through Canvas. Discussion questions will be posted no later than Monday of every week, and you have to respond no later than Friday at midnight of every week. For the first discussion question, basically what I'm going to do is post what I call is Syllabus Quiz. Basically, you've got to read the syllabus and do a little quiz. Everybody who does the quiz is going to get 10 points, and basically that's your way of checking in for the first week. Every week thereafter, you're going to have discussion questions. They'll be worth 10 points. If you don't answer the discussion question, you're absent for the week and you don't get your 10 points. Your discussion question responses are going to be more than one word. Probably more than one sentence. I need a meaningful response to your questions. Sometimes these discussion questions are hot button, emotional, controversial topics. We're going to be respectful to each other in those responses. Our discussion question topics are going to be, like I said, controversial, and some people are going to think differently than you. And going to college, and part of that is learning about other people's perspectives. Just because someone thinks differently than you does not mean that they're wrong, and it doesn't mean that gives you the right to be disrespectful to them. So, we're going to listen to other people's perspectives, and even if we don't agree with them, we're going to be respectful to each other. Make sense? All right. If you miss discussion questions, I do have the ability to drop you. Does that mean I'm going to drop you? Probably not. That means that I'm a disorganized mess sometimes. If you want to drop this class, don't rely on me to drop you. It's your responsibility to drop yourself from the class. So if you want to drop the class, drop the class. Don't wait for me. Drop. Hopefully you won't drop. But if you want to drop it, drop it. Whoop. What the heck is going on here? Did I just do it again? Oh, no. Okay. I feel like I'm missing something here. I don't like late work. Please turn in your work on time if you can. I know that, again, we're in the midst of a worldwide pandemic, and the numbers of COVID in Fresno are pretty stinking high right now. So when things get crazy, you get sick, your loved ones are sick, so, just let me know. But I forgot is not really a good excuse for why stuff is late. So please help me out with that. These are instructional methods, grading methods. The grading scale is very standard, 90, 80, 70, 60. You'll have 4 quizzes, 50 points each. 2 reaction papers, those are pretty easy. Research paper, pretty easy. For this class at least. Attendance and participation, those are those discussion questions that I talked about. And then the final exam is also pretty easy. I'm going to have a schedule attached here, and I'll show you that in just a minute. You'll also have an extra credit assignment, which will be posted later. Please don't cheat. Don't plagiarize. Disclaimer. This is a criminology class. We talk about really kind of yucky, disgusting, disturbing things in criminology classes. That's what criminology is pretty much all about. So, if you are offended easily, this is probably not the class for you. Especially when we're talking about prisons. A lot of really bad stuff happens in prison, as you can imagine. And we're going to talk about all the bad stuff that happens in prisons. All right. Research papers, you're going to talk about either AB 109 or Prop 47. You're going to become an expert on either or, one or the other of these two things. And I think this is actually relatively interesting, so hopefully you're going to like this topic. For a research paper, it's not that bad. Okay, there's the extra credit thing. Spring important dates. These are your drop dates, all that kind of stuff. And your tentative schedule. See research paper due? It's bolded right there, March 19th. And that's it. Okay, so look for the syllabus quiz, which will be posted this week. Probably today. Okay. Any questions, concerns, or issues? Drop me an email.